Here we are leaving Dunedin on not a bad looking day actually for a Sunday. There were meant to be other punters, but other riders come along, but they've pulled the pin. Should be a cracker. Don't know where I'm going to go yet. Might head to Alex for a coffee, or maybe, I don't know, Sir Evans. We'll see what the weather's doing. It's probably the finest day we've had for a while anyway. It's been raining and extremely windy for ages, so it's been a right royal pain in the arse. Just out of Mosgiel, and the weather's not too bad actually. A little bit of wind around, but I'm on the ST1100 today, which I bought. I've had it for a little while, and plan on keeping it for a couple of 3 years, and then buying a 1200 GS. That's the plan anyway. But for an old girl, I love it. She just she rockets along. It's comfy as, no wind. I'm riding along here, 120 something odd K, visor open, beautiful. Can't beat it. Over the Christmas period they had a 4K speed tolerance, so if you the limit here is 100k, and so if you're doing 104 they'll give you a ticket, which is just absolute horse shit, because everyone's just cruising around looking at their speedo all the time. So now they'll give you I think it's 14k over the 100k, and then it's up to them if they'll give you a ticket or not. They're normally not too bad. Normally cruise about 110 on the open road and the main road, and then once I get off the road we'll to see what the road conditions are like and how I feel. Actually, Lake Waihola on my spot in the summer. Not that we've had too much summer this year. Alright, I better stop and get some go-go gas, I suppose. Go-go gas. A hell of a lot happens in Milton, but I guess it'd be a good place to come and retire, sit and watch Corrie Street all day and talk about what the neighbours are up to. I'm not liking the look of those clouds down south actually. I hope they don't come to anything, it'll piss me right off. Yeah, so I think I'm going to go... Oh, what's this fucking camper van doing? Oh yeah, fair enough, trucking away. Probably going to go to through the Manuka Gorge and see where we end up from there. I was going to head through Alex and have a look at the motorcycle shop, but then I remembered it's Sunday and it's probably closed anyway. Never mind. Anyway, thanks for watching. already had this microphone plugged into the GoPro a couple of times, so hopefully it's working alright. If you don't know where we are, this is the South Island of New Zealand, Otago, south of Otago. And right, we'll catch you when we get to the Manuka Gorge. I'm going to pull over and let this bloody camper van, I think, get ahead of me a bit. I don't know whether I've got a chance to overtake it before I get into the good stuff. Lots of twisty corners and things. There might be an opportunity. It's not a camper van, it's a caravan, isn't it? Yeah. The Manuka Gorge, great. This is the route we take on the way to the Brass Monkey. Of course, everyone's coming back from their holidays. So, we'll see if we can get past this safely. So yeah, the ST1100, bought it cheap, spent $1,000 on it, getting the timing belt and things done, and bloody awesome. Oh yeah, there's a bit of road there. Oh, just fantastic. There we are. Smidgen over 120k. It's got a new rear tyre on the back. It's been scrubbed in so I can lean over a bit. But it's just rock solid. Pretty sure there's a passing lane up here as well. No, there's not. Shit. Stuck behind the bloody... Stuck behind the car. Beautiful stretch of road when you haven't got a vehicle in front of you. Slow vehicle bay. Hopefully this guy uses it. Good man, thank you. a bit careful. They've just recently sealed up some of the road with road repairs and stuff, so there's all of a sudden you'll get in the middle of a corner and there's a big section of loose gravel, which makes things a bit exciting. Scraping the boot. More traffic. Pretty much screwed now till we get to Hyde. Not Hyde. Shit, forgot the name of the town. Anyway, see you there. Yeah, just coming into Lawrence. Shitloads of traffic and roadworks and stuff. What I do need to get for the GoPro is a stop-go button. Stick on my handlebars. I'll push the old button on top of the GoPro. I'm not too sure sometimes whether I've actually started the thing or what's going on. So when I'm stopping it, I could be starting it and... You got to wonder when you wave to other bikers whether they just didn't see you or they're just ignoring you. Just don't know. Get a lot with Harley riders. You wave, most of them will wave back. I'll give you the nod, but some of them don't because you're not riding a fucking Harley. Got a busy time of the year for farmers, lots of hay and stuff being made, and you know, sheep get shorn and all sorts of stuff goes on. I must admit I've not seen this much traffic coming into Lawrence for a while. Ooh, Mercedes. New Zealand free internet. Woohoo. There's normally a cop sitting down the end of this road, right in the corner, but it doesn't look like there is one today. It's quite a nice wee town. Yeah, no, we went parked right in that corner. Stop here and have a stretch, I think. Oh fuck! Mud in the bloody gutter. I almost fucking lost the front wheel. Must have a look and I'll post in the comments how far it is, but it's a bloody long way. Basically an old railway line that's been converted to a cycle track, and cuts through the centre of central Otago. No motorbikes allowed, which is a bugger. Still quite nice though. Still not sure where I'm going to go yet. We'll see what the weather does. It's starting to get a wee bit windy, so we'll see what happens. So there's a rail trail on the left there, and goes for miles. Well, I think of it too. Big thanks to some of the group members of the ST1100 group Facebook page that I belong to. I think there's two of the ones in Ireland, one's in the UK, I can't remember which one. But anyway, I put up a post a couple of weeks ago, it might have been last week. If anyone had an online manual I could download. Some of them tried to sell me a couple. One nice gentleman, I can't remember your name, but posted a link to a PDF file, so now I've got that on my phone. Thank you for that. Saved myself $60, which I can now spend on petrol. Yeah, that wind's getting quite annoying now. It's a bastard. It's been windy for about 2 months. You got the odd day where it's fine. It's just a constant pain in the arse. There we go. We've caught up to all the traffic once more. Have indeed. But I can do this because I'm on a motorcycle. Bound to piss them off. Nope, no one beeped at me. Sometimes they don't like that much. a rental car I'm behind, and they make me nervous because we've had lots of accidents in the last year, couple of years, where they've rented a car, and it might be that they drive on the other side of the road in their country, or that they don't get a chance to do 100k, it's all 50, you know, and then they come over here and just can't do 100k and stay within the lines. It's bloody shocking. Been so many head-on accidents, so I normally try and give them a wide berth if I get behind them, but I'll pass this turkey anyway. Yep, see you later. And I get stuck behind another one. What's he got on that trailer? Oh, an engine. It's a wee engine too. It is a little engine. Oh, he's giving me room. Thanks, matey. The wind's getting quite annoying now. So I think I'll go to Alex for lunch. Alexandra, Central Otago. And it's normally quite warm there, so we'll see what it's like. We've got a motorcycle rally coming up soon. It's called the Vincent Rally, and it's held in Alex. So it should be quite nice this time of year. Oh, there's the wind. Right, catch you again soon. You can hear that wind tonight, but she's really starting to blow now. Pain in the arse. Of course, in the winter time, well, all the hills around here covered in snow. Lots of orchards and things around here. Apple farms and apple orchards. Roxburgh, home of the world famous Roxburgh pie. They are awesome. And coming from the North Island, I'd never heard of a dressed pie before. It opened up all sorts of possibilities. But anyway, turns out that it's a pie with a pie of your choice, with mashed spud and peas and gravy. So yeah, that's a dressed pie. Bloody nice too. I don't think they're open today, so I might get one. Why not? Get off soon, have a stretch. Dressed pie. See, the Harley rider didn't acknowledge me. Wanker. Not waving to you, you're not riding a Harley. Jimmy's Pies closed. Bugger. Lady looking the other way. Hello, you're on the roads. Steep. There we go. Time for a wee stretch. So I think we're going to check out the Roxburgh Dam. I haven't been there for ages. Normally just ride straight past it. See what's going on. Have a wee nosy. Quite nice and warm here. Got the wind at my back, but it's still very windy. It's just a pain in the arse, man. It's weather this year. It's just been shit. Right, where do we go to turn down here? Heaps of bikes on the road. Oh, yeah. Lake Roxburgh Village. Okay, I thought the dam was down here. Okay, well that road doesn't take us to it. Must be over this bridge to Gandhi. Honey. Let's have a look. Bluetooth just told me it's flat. Huh. Gates are closed. Gates are closed. Well, there we go. Okay, not too far from Alexandra. Landscape changes yet again, and very picturesque. It'd be even better if this wind had pissed off. Never mind. Excellent passing lane. It's got nailed by the bird. All in all, not a bad day for a ride. I've only been back on bikes, I think this is the 5th year after about good 15 or so years off. I've been around bikes all my life. Brother had a bike, the old man used to race them. But I was about 25, I think. Give or take, I went through a barbed wire fence on my ST1100. So it sort of put me off a bit, and that was that. And I went to Otago 3-4 years, oh, it must be 5 years ago. Yeah, shit. And hired a scooter, of all things. I thought, oh, shit, this is alright. So yeah, went from there. Got my license again. Great fun. Normally try and head out every Sunday in the summertime. A few bikes on the road. Harleys, no wave, wanker. Right, catch you when we're coming into Alex. The wind's just getting worse. Wow, it's windy. pretty dry though. And that wind's a shocker. Probably a blessing in disguise, that bit of wind. Well, it's not a bit of wind, it's a pain in the arse, but it's quite warm. Never known a year like it to be so windy. Motorhomes, aren't they fun? Got to have patience, otherwise you're going to have a really fucked up day, as Cycle Cruiser would say. Should have had my visor down, hopefully the wind noise isn't been too bad. So yeah, Alexandra, very hot in the summer and extremely cold in the winter. They get freezing fog. So basically fog that doesn't piss off, it stays at about 2 or 3 degrees all day, it just covers the town. And yeah, that's a bit fresh. I used to work in a panel beater shop here in Alex, and in the middle of winter it'd be that cold that you couldn't pick up the tools without gloves on. They'd stick to your hand. It's a shocker. Oh, it's coming into Alexandra. We've done 150k since we left home on the ST1100, and yeah, it's just a big armchair really. It's great. Good on daylight today too. You can sort of get in behind the screen and get out of the wind a bit. The other bike at home is a 1990, I think it's a 98, yeah, there's 1998 Suzuki Bandit 1200, which is just a bloody larrikin. I'm just waiting on a back tyre for that. That's a totally different kettle of fish to ride. It's just loud and fast, and it doesn't handle fantastically, but it's alright. This thing's the polar opposite, so I can't even hear it going when it's, you know, you're sitting on 120 and I can't even hear it. Anyway, here we are, Alexandra. Sure, I'm going to have for lunch yet. If you're thinking about coming to New Zealand, a must-see. Come and see Alex and go up the west coast. It's obligatory. Forget Invercargill. If you're thinking about going there, coming to New Zealand, don't. It's a shithole. There's nothing to see. It's flat and windy and cold, and the people are horrible. So give it a wide berth. Invercargill, Keith Richards once described it as the asshole of New Zealand, and he was correct. It's horrible. Shut today. 2 wheels unlimited. It's closed. Well, might have Subway. So I'll have for lunch, I think. Head back out of Alex on the other side and go through Otago. Check that out. So hopefully we should have the wind on our back on the way home, so it shouldn't be a pain in the arse. Valiant ahead of us. boat. Back to work tomorrow. Yeah, yak. It's bloody depressing. Smell the fumes in that old car. Oh yeah. windy. I've had enough of this stinky car. I'm going to pass it in a minute. Quite a few bikes on the road today. It's good. Probably all saying the same thing. Fucking wind. Knocking the shit out of me sideways. Certainly a lot more traffic on the road than there normally is this time of year. Oh, that's not right. This is probably about the right amount of traffic on the road for this time of the year, but normally it's not like this. About 8 years ago, I think, it snowed that much that there's about 20 or 30 people stuck in that pub for 3 days. Couldn't get out. Wouldn't that piss you off? Alright, see you later, Mr. Ford. Windy. Oh, go on then, blow you bastard. Okay, now it's gale force. Jesus Christ. Far out. Must have been just channeling through that wee cut out there. Holy crap, it's windy. Fuck. Wouldn't want to be in a 250 now. No way. Jesus Christ. Man. crazy windy. Jesus Christ. Don't know if you can see the angle on the GoPro, how much I'm getting pushed over. The wind has just got biblical now, so you've got to be quite careful. Just when you think it's okay, or it just lays you over, so it's really, really windy. But down on this valley, down here, this is where the brass monkey is held every year. A bunch of crazy bastards come and ride their bikes to that location in the middle of winter, where there's snow on the hills and caught up some snow on the ground where you're sleeping and things, so it's a good weekend though. So we will show you that when we get to it. Holy shit, it's windy now. The Ida Valley. Quite picturesque. Wind is nuts. Oh, it's a pain in the ass. Normally when it's not so windy, this is a great piece of road to just go over the speed limit maybe. You know, there's no livestock around anywhere. It's a good road, it's reasonably straight. Alright, now it's got to be blowing, it's got to be gusting up to 100, 120. It's so windy. Anyway, we're coming up to the Brass Monkey site. This is where the Brass Monkey's held every year. Whoa. This is more like flying than riding. Jesus. getting dry around here, right? Man, mind you, they've just got hay off that paddock, the looks of it. I think it's this windy skydiving. Jesus. So coming up to the sites just around this next corner here. Alright, pretty much from there, all this paddock here, those little sheds you can see on the, they're all toilets. That camper van must be a handful to drive in the wind. It's quite tall. Let's get past him. start it back up when we've got something interesting to look at, and the wind's still blowing. Although I did have it at my back at one stage, so that was quite nice. But now I got it sideways. It's full on. A couple of other motorcyclists. Badbury town, Rainfilly. It's not a lot here, but climate's nice. I guess his mate's not stopping there. Oh, they're old Triumphs. There are two. Stop to get gas. Nice. So one good thing about the ST, I've done 240k and I've used about a quarter of a tank. I think about 450 plus or minus, depending on how bright it K's for a tank. So it's bloody handy. And because the tank's not a tank, this isn't a tank, this is air cleaner, tank's underneath the seat. The more fuel you get into it, the more planted it is, so it's quite good. I bet you tomorrow, Monday, when we're back to work, it's going to be fine and there's no wind. Bastard. Oh, piss off. I've never known a summer like it. It's been windy every day. It wasn't like this last year. We got windy days, but not every day. It's just far. Anyway, at least it's not raining. Can't complain. So I stopped at that garage and bloody thirsty. Yes, I'll pass you. I shall know it's clear. Thank you. Bike, what we're doing, 130, and evidently, probably not, but that's what the speedo says, and it's doing 4,000 RPM. It's just ticking over, it's nothing. What you don't want to do is go past 140 ever, because that's instant loss of license, so I never do. Beautiful countryside. Even better if it wasn't windy. got the wind at my back. Awesome. Well, might as well use it so it's full advantage. I've been watching Long Way Down and Long Way Round. Should have watched it about 10 times now over the years. And fantastic. If you haven't seen it, check it on Netflix or some other means. I think that's what I'll do if I won Lotto. I'll buy a BMW and just ride around the world. After the kids have left home, of course, and Mrs. on the back. Right, see you soon. So I'll go to Palmerston and come back that way. Yeah, that'll be just nuts through Middlemarch. So this is quite a good ride too. $114k till home. But it's not too windy. Have I mentioned that it's windy today? So this is the road to, well, going to take us to Palmerston, not Palmerston North in the North Island, but Palmerston. So if you're thinking about coming to New Zealand, make sure you get the South Island in there if you can. I lived on North Island well, most of my life. I've been down here about 15 years now, give or take, down South Island. So South Island's got much better weather. No, it hasn't got better. Well, it has got better weather in parts, but the scenery's a lot better. The roads are better. People are a wee bit friendlier. But like I say, if you are planning a visit to the South Island, don't waste your time going to Otago. There's nothing to see. It's just a shithole. Hate the place. I worked there for a year. I'd rather whip my pants than go back.
yeah, so that corner by the bridge, I almost overcooked it. Normally, because I travel that road heaps, so I come down that hill and decelerate, and the engine braking will slow me down and I'll go around. Well, the bloody wind caught the back of me and sped me up. Because it was a 55k corner. When I looked down, I was doing 120. Normally I get round there at 105, you know, that's doable. 120's going a bit quick, and yeah, I was dragging my foot on the ground. So a bit of an arse clenching moment, actually. See, the wind's caught me again, sped me up. She's fairly dangerous, mind you. That wind's going at a fair clip too, so just turns me into a big sail. Gotta watch that. Foot's down again. Yeah, that window. Alright, see you, Palmy. I'll get off and buy a drink, I think. Bit of a numb ass. What have we done so far? 320k or thereabouts. It's not too bad. And still got half a tank left. Wild hill, and it's starting to rain. It's been frying all day, and then we trying to get back to Dunedin, and it's raining. It's crazy.
sunny old Dunedin, eh? Shit, it's cold too all of a sudden. If it really pisses down, I'm going to have to pull over and take the GoPro out, because I've got the mic plugged in, and there's an excellent place for water to get in there.